Welcome back to the Pig Trail Show. Yeah, we're taking a break from talking about football because we have some amazing special guests in the studio with us. You guys might recognize these two faces here. You've got head women's golf coach Shauna Taylor and then sophomore golfer Reagan Zibilski. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Great
That's
work.
a tough name, right? Reagan's. You have some tough golfer names on the team this year, right? It's fun to see. Okay, we have to talk about how you guys did. You opened up the season at Pebble Beach. And not only did you open up the season there, but you got runners-up in the Carmel Cup. Shauna, can you talk about that finish for your team?
Yeah, it's a special place to think about starting your season at Pebble Beach. We took 6 girls with us, and you never really know because we start school on the 22nd of August, and we jump on a plane on the 30th. So I'm like, how's everybody playing? You're hoping everybody's pretty sharp. You try and get them together. But when you go someplace like that, it's just so special, and it keeps things in perspective. I always tell them, if you hit a bad shot, just look at the ocean. It'll be great. But a stacked field. I think our team is they're amazingly talented, and to kind of jumpstart the season with a really solid start is just kind of a picture into I think what our journey will be like this year.
Absolutely. Reagan, you got to play there. How did you feel like you performed, and then what was it like just playing at the course?
I mean, you can never have a bad day at Pebble Beach, and I think that it's always our favorite week of the year to go out there and get started at such an amazing place. And yeah, I played solid golf, just made a lot of pars. A very uneventful 3 days of golf for me, but no, I was super excited. The team did so well, and we're all super close, and to do well there was awesome.
I feel like starting off so strong to the season there gives you so much momentum going into the rest of the year. Am I right on that, Reagan?
Oh yeah. Last year was a lot of learning experiences for us, a lot of ups and downs, and I think to come out super strong like we did sets a really good precedent for what we'll be doing the rest of the year.
Shauna, you said you had a really great team this year, 10 girls, right, on
Yes.
the roster. What about this team is different than in years past for you?
I think immediately my brain goes to they're more connected. The culture in the locker room is just so strong. Their friendships have gotten closer. That matters. So when we're coaching girls, especially, and not to mention just a lot of talent. We had our 3 seniors come back for our COVID year, so we have a lot of veteran leadership in the locker room. I mean, Reagan's got a year under her belt. We bring in 2 really good freshmen. So it's just as a coach, I'm really excited to go to work every day and to watch these girls grow and also help them navigate a golf course and help us hold some trophies for the year.
Absolutely. That's the goal every year, right? I know you say that every year. You're like, the goal is to win, guys. That is the goal. Reagan, we kind of talked about it a little bit before we started the interview, but you wanted to play a little bit better than you did this opening weekend. Talk about some of the things in your game that you want to improve on throughout the season, and how has that veteran leadership helped you so far?
I think that looking back on my freshman year, everything was new and a lot of unknown, but I feel like going in to this year, I know a lot more about what every day is going to be like. And I think, I think confidence is a huge thing, and I think I've come into the year with more confidence than I did last year. So just kind of working on that and also just tidying up some things, I think that's super important. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that you guys have such a close-knit team as well. It seems like everybody has a bit of camaraderie. Can
Yes.
you talk about that?
Oh yeah, I mean, the 10 of us get along so well, and it's really awesome to see because we genuinely love each other so much, and we hang out on the weekends, we go to dinner, we do stuff after practice, which I think is kind of unique because other places aren't like that. So to have a group of girls where we can really lean on each other with anything, that's really cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And I bet as a head coach, that feels good.
Makes my heart pitter patter. It's golf is such an individual sport, so it's really hard sometimes to bring a group together when they've their whole life competed separately. And now we really have a group. We've made that really clear objective to grow together as one, because we can't win a national championship with one player. We have to do it collectively as a group, and we have a special group in the locker room this year.
Yeah.
Shauna, you have a lot of talented people in that locker room as well, and not just Reagan, but you have some younger talent too, right? Maria, am I correct on that? She, wow.
Yeah, she's a wow. I think we'll all say that about her. She comes in very decorated. I think she's 31 in the World Amateur Golf Rankings, which is pretty incredible. Coming from Cali, Colombia, had a runner-up finish this past week at the Carmel Cup. She definitely is very seasoned, but also a good person to learn from, and she's fitting in really well with the girls. They're taking really good care of her. You know, to come to another country, English is not her first language. We really threw her in the fire with the first 7 days of coming to America and taking, you know, jumping on the plane. You're playing college golf. So they've been amazing with her, and you know, we have a lot of depth this year, which excites me as a coach, which creates great competition within our practices. You know, we have another freshman, Abby Shute, comes from Arizona, very solid. I mean, we could have a different lineup every week and have an opportunity to win. So depth is really important in what we do, and like every sport, and excited about the depth that we have this year.
Wow, can you talk a little bit about Maria as a teammate? You see that she came from a different country. There was a learning curve, but as a freshman, I think she's doing great.
She's doing amazing. And I think like the best thing about her is that I don't even think she realizes how good of a job she's doing. She just shows up, hits some golf balls, goes and plays, leaves, goes to school. Like she's just a normal kid who, I mean,
not to mention she's 17.
Yeah,
so
she just turned 17.
Yeah.
She's a kid, you know? And I think, I mean, she's amazing. She's funny. She loves to have fun, which is good. And she's great. We love her.
I love to hear that. It's so nice to hear you talk about the team, and it's just such a positive vibe, and it's just such good. We talked about the camaraderie. I love to see that because it is an individual sport, but at this level, you need to have that team camaraderie to go and support each other and make sure that everybody is doing what they need to do. And I think that is really going to help you guys going into the season. We talked a little bit about the interview as well, about some of the things you have coming up, Shauna. Talk about that.
Yeah, we have a busy couple of weeks. We're lucky, obviously, to host the LPGA event at the end of the month, where we bring the best players in the world, and our team gets a front row seat into that. Reagan's in the Monday qualifier, along with Kajal Mistry and Kendall Todd. Miriam Ayora will be the sponsors exemption that'll get to play in the event. So a super busy week. We get really involved with the community engagement opportunities there too. And then literally the final round of the LPGA event is the practice round for the Blessings Collegiate at Blessings on television. So we'll roll right into that. So we have a busy couple of weeks coming up, but it's always awesome to play at home in front of our fans and Razorback Nation. It's a special time, not only with the LPGA, but being able to play at home at Blessings is an absolute treat.
It's wild that those events are coming up so soon, guys, but also that they're just like back to back. I mean, how do you handle that as a golfer, being prepared for those events when they're just smashed up next to each other?
I mean, just make sure you're on top of your stuff. Those weeks, I think, are really busy for all of us because we're helping her with her Choose Confidence stuff. And then I'm playing in the Monday qualifier, hopefully playing in the tournament. And then next week, we go to Blessings and we play 3 days there. And then we leave like 5 days later for Stevens Cup. So just making sure we're resting and we're recovering is super important. But no, I'm super excited. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I bet you're really ready to play in that Monday qualifier. That's a big deal for you, right?
Yeah. As a freshman last year, I was watching all the girls play, and I caddied for Julia Gregg. And I was super excited to hopefully get the opportunity this year, so I'm glad it worked out.
Have they given you any advice? Has Kajal talked to you about it? Or
We talked a little bit about it last night. We were just kind of talking about Pinnacle and the different holes and stuff. But yeah, they have a little bit. But yeah, they all have a lot of experience with that golf course. So
yeah, and I just want to touch on something you said, Shauna. It's nice to play at home, right? I mean, how good is it to just, when you have one of the premier golf courses in the entire country, I'll say that because there are many people that come and play the Blessings and go, oh my goodness, this is beautiful. To have that in your backyard, be your home course, how great is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a cliche, but we're blessed that we get to do that at the Blessings. To be honest, you know, it is a world-class golf facility that we get to call home, and to know that we have some of the best teams in the nation coming to our place excites us. It helps us prepare. I mean, we're already working towards our plan for the Blessings Collegiate with, you know, tee placements and hole locations. So we're having to map out the next few weeks very strategically because we do have a lot on our plate. But yeah, it's awesome to sleep in our own bed, but come together in front of our fans to play our home golf course. Nothing beats it.
Absolutely. And I know fans are excited to see what you guys will do this season. Thank you so much for joining me on the show today. It was a blessing to have you guys.
Thanks, Courtney. We really appreciate it.
yes, thank you.
Well, we'll have you back in soon, but we have much more Pig Trail Show coming up after the break. Stay with us, everybody.